As our children get older, we start to have expectations of them, and some expectations are reasonable. Brushing their teeth every day by the time they're 8 years old should definitely be a reasonable expectation. But even that will depend on how well we taught them or were consistent with them when we taught them about brushing our teeth. But anyways, I'm talking about expectations in terms of maybe showing empathy or expectations around um, recognizing their own impact on people or in the family, that kind of thing. So things that we think that just automatically come with maturity, or that we think that they may or they should have noticed. Now, if you know me from other posts, when we have a should, typically, not always, but typically that is kind of coming from a place of shame. Or when we are saying you should do that to our child, they're starting to feel shame. So we want to stay away from that and start looking at if one of our children is not doing what we would expect them to do. So let's say they're not being thoughtful of someone else's situation, or they're not being aware of their own impact when they're dysregulated, let's say. Or maybe when they're much older, they're making assumptions that they're entitled to certain things. What I want you to question or ask yourself is giving them the benefit of the doubt, wondering why they are being the way they're being. Was it because of influences? Were they taught what we are expecting them to know? Are we making an assumption that they should just know? Just starting to kind of step back for a moment, take a bird's eye view, and just say, I wonder why they're doing this. It's so frustrating. I don't get it. They're really triggering me. I'm unsure of how they could be behaving this way. Where are they getting lost is sort of what I want you to ask. And by doing so, we're again giving them the benefit of the doubt. We're helping to ease our own frustrations and anxieties that can come from oh my God, why aren't they doing this? What is going on? Right? So we start to shift out of that frustration, and then we can enter into that curious, wondering space and hopefully come up with the answer, right? So as we sort of comfort ourselves by noticing the why might this be happening versus what's wrong with this child, we soften our system, which clears the way for coming up with the answers as to truly what might be going on for this kid right now. Maybe again they didn't learn what they needed to learn. Maybe we thought we were saying something or explaining something or role modeling something and they didn't pick up on it. Maybe we've been contributing to the dynamic. So for a lot of people, when their child is behaving in an entitled way when they're older, we don't recognize that maybe we've been providing them with certain things at the drop of a hat, at their request, at their tantrum, whatever that might be. And that's okay. We're human. We do that all the time. I get it. And we also have to notice where we played into this dynamic. So the bottom line is this: whenever I bring parents to their awareness, it's of their impact on a child, or make you go on a bird's eye view like I'm doing right now, or asking you to, I'm doing this to bring back control for you, for the parent, because I could start shifting and changing and understanding things from my perspective, and then hopefully having a positive impact on the others. So the goal here for today is, am I having an expectation of my older child that may be unrealistic, maybe because I was never taught or role modeled, maybe because I contributed to the dynamic, or maybe it's simply just, they just don't know yet. And how do we help them learn the thing that we think that they should already know? Hopefully this is making sense. But I would love any questions or comments you might have, and I can try to provide another video if necessary if we need more clarification. But this is the concept of shifting out of expectations and into wondering why, so that we can ultimately guide them on the things that we hope that they do learn and practice as they get older.